Yo bro, welcome to my stream, was he here? Let's go! We got some codex to read, as far as I can tell. Codex. The Reapers. Harvesting. Even with all the Reaper's power, harvesting every sapient species in an entire galaxy can take decades or even centuries. The most time-consuming part of the process is gathering DNA from the population. To accelerate the effort, the Reapers follow a consistent procedure. Victims who cooperate, surrender, or are captured by husks are sorted into camps. It is believed the husks possess receptors that allow them to analyze victims' DNA through sight, smell, or touch. Victims that meet their standards are herded from the camps into processor ships. Those the husks deem insufficient are either turned into husks themselves or indoctrinated to serve as slave labor. The Reapers use this last option to give their victims false hope. Many captives who would otherwise fight back become docile when they see members of their own kind obey and survive. The processor ships reduce victims to a transportable liquid. Like in a slaughterhouse, the ship's design prevents victims from seeing or hearing what happens elsewhere so that they do not panic. The victims are ushered into locking pods, then rent apart and dissolved into paste that is flushed to storage vats. The rate of killing is phenomenal. Intelligence estimates suggest that there are more than 400 processor ships on Earth, killing approximately 1.68 million humans per day. In combination with battlefield deaths, disease and famine, this pace will result in a complete depopulation of Earth within a decade. As the husks are indoctrinated slaves build more slaughtering facilities, the kill rate can only increase. Reaper vulnerabilities. Although clearly technologically superior to the Citadel forces, the Reapers have experienced casualties in the battles across the galaxy. This indicates that, theoretically, with the right intelligence, weapons and strategy, the Reapers could be defeated. Unlike the mass effect relays that they created, Reapers do not have quantum shields. Locking itself down at a quantum level would leave a Reaper unaware of its surroundings until the shield is deactivated. Instead, Reapers rely on kinetic barriers. In the case of a Reaper capital ship, these kinetic barriers can hold off the firepower of 2 dreadnoughts simultaneously, but 3 clearly causes strain, and 4 typically results in destruction. Weapons designed to maximize heat damage, such as the Thanix series, show better results against the Reapers than pure kinetic impacts. The barriers of a Reaper destroyer are less formidable than those of a capital ship. It is possible for a single cruiser or many fighters to disable or demolish the destroyer if they can get within range before they are themselves destroyed. The Reaper's energy sources are not infinite. For example, to land on a planet, a Reaper must substantially reduce its mass. This transfer of power to its mass effect generators leaves the Reaper's kinetic barriers at only partial strength. Sovereign was destroyed while assuming direct control of Saren. The feedback from Saren's death seemed to entirely overload Sovereign's shields. Current Reapers do not seem to suffer from this design flaw. Reaper capital ships can turn faster than Citadel dreadnoughts, but to do so they must lower their mass to a level unacceptable in combat situations. Consequently, it is possible for a dreadnought to emerge from FTL travel behind a capital ship, then bring its guns to bear faster than the Reaper can return fire. This is a poor tactic, however, against Reapers flying in proper formation. Right, what missions do we have right now? Priority the Citadel and 7 Cerberus fighter base. Cerberus fighter base on Noveria. This is the mechanic, of course. I ruin a book of Planix. New heat and unit stabilizers. Wait, before we proceed, I'm just wondering, have we failed actually this one? And Citadel Cerberus automatic turret schematics, although automated turret schematics, I don't suppose that they were failed or such thing. My current evaluation of the situation is that both these quests need to be completed after Tuchanka. Yeah, both these missions can be completed before priority to Tuchanka. Nice. Therefore we go. Horsehead Nebula, Cerberus Fighter Base. Alright, let's go and beat some Cerberus bastards. Right, Cerberus. Meaning we can take Edie with us and James. Cerberus! Good one, bro. Mad Talk. Yeah, Mad Talk is a good rifle. Defense Matrix. Decoy. Distracts opponents with this decoy. Defense Matrix. Yeah, let's try and do something about this. And decoy. Oh, I don't have any points here anymore. Right, fortification of frag grenade. Fortification, of course.
Commander, the enemy has a strategic advantage in this sector thanks to the fighter squadron facility you're about to attack. We want to seize it, but their air defenses are too strong for a frontal assault. Losses would be too cost prohibitive.
How do you want me to handle this?
Go in the back, bring down their defenses so we can send in the troops. Good luck, Commander.
I have visual contact. There's a small platform above the main landing pad. I can drop you there, but it's gotta be now.
Let's do it.
hear panic. Is there any loot here? No, James, I want to go up. Spare parts. Can salvage this. Plus 2,000 credits. Suits me. As far as I can remember from the bottle, it says that this mission is a part of a DLC and the multiplayer. Computer console. Examine. Weekly processing report. Sergeant Parker. All on-base personnel have been processed. Integration protocols updated successfully. Pistol magazine acquired. Upgrade. Medical station. Hey, Son Goku, welcome to my stream. Good to see you here. RIP Mass Effect 5. How so? I haven't heard any news about this game series in a while.
Looks like we found the control center.
I got bought recently. I got you. BioWare is the department of electronic arts. Security console is disabled.
This'll take a while.
Commander, you've got enemies inbound and we can't wait. Someone's got to get those defenses down ASAP.
EDI, front and center.
As you command.
Be ready, Commander. You're gonna get swarmed. Commander, I've been flushed from cover. Retreating to minimum safe distance.
No problem, Cortez. Get out of there.
We'll wait for your all clear, then relay to the strike force.
Communications are no longer possible.
Just bring down their defenses. We'll worry about that later.
I thought you were dead. Be careful, James. I'm using grenades against you. Come on, James, what the fuck are you doing?
Shepard, it appears that shutdown requires a synchronous command.
Defense system deactivated. General Order 7/7 triggered. Establish contingency defenses.
Cerberus is deploying manual defenses to the landing pad, Shepard.
And that's where we need to go.
How about we loot the place first? You're excited for The Expanse, Osiris and Exodus though. Both of those games are promising to be the Mass Effect successor. Oh. Unfortunately, I haven't heard about these. Probably because I'm still at the Mass Effect 3 game.
Cortez, I read you. Come in.
There you are, Commander. Had to get through the interference. Area clear. Signaling the strike force. Wait. Scan's picking up something coming your way.
Proximity alert. Deploying armed response.
Atlas! Give it everything you've got.
Where's Atlas? Oh, wait, there it is. Well, that was easy.
Take that, asshole! Anyone wounded?
Negative, Shepard.
These games come out in 2026, 2027. Let's hope they need it. Hype.
Copy that, Lieutenant.
Coming in to pick you up.
Well, that mission was more or less easy.
This was a major victory, Commander. A crippling blow to Cerberus operations in this sector. Now all we have to do is maintain control of the facility.
Cerberus won't make that easy.
And we won't make it easy on them. Thanks to you, we can use their own defenses against them. Tell your team they did good, Commander. You should be proud.
Thank you, sir.
That's all. Hack it out.
Plus 5 reputation, plus 10,000 credits. No new entries for the Codex. Ex-Cerberus. Let's see. Advanced Fighter Squadron. A squadron of advanced fighter ships was liberated from Cerberus forces in Novaria. Fast, agile and remarkably fuel efficient, these one-person spacecrafts pack surprisingly heavy firepower for their size. After the Alliance installed their own VI programs and swept for hidden bugs or transmission signals, they repainted the fighters and pressed them into service. Plus 75 points, nice. Krogan clans, updated. Commander Shepard's interview with Diana Ehlers about bringing the Krogan into the Reaper War cast the Krogan in a favorable light, which drew even more of the clans to the Allied forces banner. Oh. I forgot to read about that. So he advised us to congratulate our crew. Can we do this?
Damn, I could really use something to shoot right now. Commander?
How's the ship holding up, Edie?
The envelope of mass-free space we create when we travel at FTL limits any impact of micro-collisions with ambient dust. Nevertheless, some ablation does occur at subluminal speeds. Normandy will need maintenance before the year is out.
If we live that long, I will totally spring for it.
Commander?
Alright, quick
New messages, Commander.
new messages. Thank you, trainer. Hope lives from Urnot Bakara. Commander, I'm writing you from the Kelpik Valley on Tuchanka. I wish you were here to see this. I'm watching Krogan pour in from across our entire planet, so many of them that I've lost count. They're all heard the news. We're finally free. The age of suffering is over. Never again will Krogan be afraid to give birth. Never again will they fear the pain and heartache it might bring. While I don't know what fate ultimately has in store for my people, I can promise you your decision to believe in us will not be in vain. We will fight the Reapers for more than glory. We will fight them because we know there is a future for us after victory. The rest of my life will be devoted to traveling to Chanka and speaking aloud the words no Krogan has heard for nearly 2,000 years. There is reason to hope. This I owe to you, Commander. This I will never forget. Yeah, we just people happy for that. No bar stories. Oh, come on. The bottles.
At your service. Thanks for coming by. Thanks for coming by.
Nothing new here? Right.
Another time, maybe.
Right, Garrus.
Hello, Commander.
Engineering.
Commander. Commander.
Alright, this quick mission didn't generate any content after it.
Nothing to report.
Commander. Nothing to report, Commander.
Huh. Second Star Broadcasting is headhunting me. I liked their Garvik story, but seriously, I'm on the Normandy.
That last mission on Novaria shows why I love the Kodiak.
All you did was drop us off and bugger out. How are you proud of that?
I seem to remember being shot at the whole time, and everyone coming back in one piece, Mr. Vega.
Yeah, next time park it and come join the party, Esteban.
Well, he did last time when we
Just one more diagnostic suite.
were hunting the anti-Reaper.
Do you hear that hum? Do you hear that hum? Is that just me?
Which hum? Are you indoctrinated? Should I shoot you? What the fuck have I taken that? Right, this mission is complete now. What is that? It doesn't have any... Oh, Aethon cluster. What's in there? Aru. Oh, it's a new star cluster. Let's save the game just in case. Because we will start scanning.
Signal confirmed.
Yeah. Freaking Reaper alertness raised. Rose, I mean. Jaxer. Jaxer features heavily in ancient Volus mythology and folklore, since its bright white surface made it easy to chart in the night sky without the aid of a telescope. Once the Volus developed advanced astronomical equipment, their scientists discovered that Jaxer's luminosity was caused by a thick carbon monoxide cloud cover that had hidden the real face of the planet for millennia. Orbital distance 0.6 astronomical units, orbital period 0.4 Earth years, radius 10,792 kilometers, day length 35.3 Earth hours, atmospheric pressure 18.46 Earth atmospheres, surface temperature 416 Celsius, gravity 1.04 G. Irune. The Volus homeworld is a high-pressure, high-gravity planet that supports an ammonia-based ecology. This rare environment means that the Volus have been slow to colonize, and there are few planets that meet their habitation requirements. Most prefer to stay on Irune, working remotely via the extranet. The more adventurous don the clumsy but vital pressure suits and venture out to worlds in Citadel space to make their fortunes. Irune is remarkable for having done away with warfare as an institution of the state. Volus culture lacks the romantic view of war found in the galaxy's more aggressive species. Physical skirmishes between groups rarely last long and are almost always ended by social castigation, bargaining agreements, or harsh economic sanctions. Irune cities tend to be built on fast trade routes rather than military defensible positions. This has left them vulnerable to Husk attack now that the Reapers have overwhelmed the Turian fleets and begun a ground war on the planet. Citadel travel advisory. Irune's ammonia-based atmosphere is toxic to non-Volus life forms. Visitors to Irune must wear pressure suits at all times when traveling outside of environmentally controlled areas. Population 8.8 billion. Population estimates are pre-invasion. Capital Lenos. Orbital distance 1.3 astronomical units. Orbital period 1.5 Earth years. Radius 11,525 kilometers. Day length 36.2 Earth hours. Atmospheric pressure 60.56 Earth atmospheres. Surface temperature 9 Celsius. Surface gravity 1.5 G. We found Book of Planix, an artifact. Alright, there is yet another asset here on in this star system. Losil, the first of the Ares system's 3 gas giants. Losil is almost the largest, boasting over 96 moons. This planet's orbit bustled with hundreds of Helium-3 extraction centers. Most of the work population lived on Losil's orbital stations, which were so numerous they became an unofficial city chain together by taxi services and extendable umbilical cords. The Reaper attack here has devastated the infrastructure, raining fragments down onto the gas giant. Orbital distance 5.8 astronomical units, orbital period 14 Earth years, radius 52,635 kilometers, day length 10.6 Earth hours. Chorg-Sab. Named after a northern Irunian locked deity, Chorg-Sab is overshadowed by the economy on Losil and the scientific research on Dolded. The solar system's middle child, Chorg-Sab, now has the only functioning Helium-3 fuel apparatus in the system, as the Reapers have not yet struck there. The space around it is jammed with Volus ships trying to flee the system. Orbital distance 10.4 astronomical units, orbital period 33.6 Earth years, radius 39,139 kilometers, day length 12.1 Earth hours. Where's the last planet here? Oh, there it is. Dolded. Dolded's moons have long been mined out, but they still hosted dozens of corporate-owned laboratories relocated there to avoid the environmental restrictions placed on research and development firms by Irune. Everything from weapon testing to cutting-edge biological research has outsourced to facilities orbiting Doldet. This made it an attractive target for the Reapers, who send a small but powerful force to blow the facilities into scrap. Orbital distance 20.8 astronomical units, orbital period 95.2 Earth years, radius 28,982 kilometers, day length 10.6 Earth hours. Right, scanning frenzy then.
Reapers eluded.
There we have it. No, not the autosave. What do we have here? Volus fabrication units were asset acquired. Alright, only fuel supply left here. Let's go to the adjacent star systems. Satu Ard. Polo Tem. This world is believed to be an extrasolar capsule that built up its atmosphere over millions of years to become the hothouse it is today. Volus robominers descended on Polos Tem when Element Zero was first discovered there, and in turn pirates descended on the Volus. The pirates then found out, to their detriment, that wealthy Volus can buy a lot of influence in the Turian hierarchy. The Reapers occupied Polo Tem's orbital stations rather than destroy them outright. It is possible that Element Zero is rare enough that the Reapers harvested, but it is more likely that the Reapers are stationing ships here in case the Turian forces they drove off seek to recapture it. Orbital distance 2.1 astronomical units, orbital period 3.1 Earth years, radius 5,738 kilometers, day length 35.8 Earth hours, atmospheric pressure 28.6 Earth atmospheres. Surface temperature 262 Celsius, surface gravity 0.78 g. Relar. Relar is a barren terrestrial rock world. Only a small portion of the planet has been explored, as cursory scans showed little of interest on Relar compared to the ESO deposits on the neighboring world of Polo Tem. The planet appears not to have garnered Reaper attention, which would make it a good rendezvous point for any scattered organic force needing to discharge their drive cores. Orbital distance 3 astronomical units, orbital period 5.3 Earth years, radius 5,082 kilometers, day length 23.2 Earth hours, atmospheric pressure 4.62 Earth atmospheres, surface temperature 28 Celsius, surface gravity 0.37 g. Right, scanning frenzy now.
Reapers eluded.
Right, scanning frenzy showed us that there is at least one scan signature, and it's on the third planet I didn't even notice. Right, what do we have here? Nelicine, a lonely world of rock and ice. Nelicine clings to the outer rim of the Satu Ard system. Its freezing temperatures and carbon dioxide atmosphere were braved by ESO smugglers who set up camps in the tunnels honeycombing the southern hemisphere's mountain ranges. The camps were abandoned when Turian patrols began regular raids on the smugglers' cave systems. Orbital distance 23.4 astronomical units, orbital period 113.6 Earth atmosphere. Earth years, radius 4,494 kilometers, day length 20.6 Earth hours, atmospheric pressure 0.97 Earth atmospheres, surface temperature minus 156 Celsius, surface gravity 0.64 g.
I found something.
Volus engineering team or asset acquired. 50% assets acquired.
Reapers eluded. Faster than light jump successful.
Aha.
Evasion successful.
Let's try to double scan it.
I found something.
Yeah. Fuel depot, plus 200 units of fuel. On to the next star system, to be showered with Imperial gold. Sorry. Mola. Mula. For a terrestrial planet, Mola hurtles around the system star at breakneck speed. Its rapid orbit and molten core cause oceans of magma to be pumped out onto the surface, cooling into continent-sized formations, then erased by fresh flows of molten rock. Orbital distance 0.3 astronomical units. Orbital period 0.1 Earth years. Radius 7,608 kilometers. Day length 18.4 Earth hours. Atmospheric pressure 3.78 Earth atmospheres. Surface temperature 625 Celsius. Surface gravity 0.82 G. Atos Urn. Atos Urn was claimed along with the rest of its system after the Volus learned FTL travel. In the Great Volus exploration push of 300 BCE, the species found only a few planets capable of supporting their colonies. They did, however, discover many planets teeming with valuable elements. The orbiting robo-mining platforms of Atos Urn have since been shot through by the Reapers. Little remains except the occasional bit of space debris pose a navigation hazard. Orbital distance 1 astronomical unit, orbital period 1 Earth year, radius 7,556 kilometers, day length 40.4 Earth hours, atmospheric pressure 2.82 Earth atmospheres, surface temperature 141 Celsius, surface gravity 0.49 G. Yantau. Even by Volus standards, the pressure on Yantau is crushing. With an atmosphere composed of carbon dioxide, argon and small traces of oxygen, the surface is devoid of life. However, tiny, fossilized sea creatures have been discovered in the deepest crevices of what used to be Yantau's oceans. Orbital distance 1.6 astronomical units, orbital period 2 Earth years, radius 11,460 kilometers, day length 37.9 Earth hours, atmospheric pressure 133.1 Earth atmospheres, surface temperature 325 Celsius, surface gravity 1.45 G. Kylo. Kylo's frigid surface is dotted with impact craters left during a legendary meteor shower that happened more than 400,000 years ago. The meteors contain traces of cobalt, but not enough to warrant a full-scale mining expedition. The Volus have largely left Kylo alone, as have the Reapers. Orbital distance 3.2 astronomical units, orbital period 5.7 Earth years, Radius 11,489 kilometers. Their length 93.9 Earth-hours. Atmospheric pressure trace. Surface temperature minus 93 Celsius. Surface gravity 0.91 G. I wonder how lazy they got. So instead of surface gravity, they just started to type gravity. Solar powerless. Solar Powerless Helium 3 collection mechanisms historically turned a large profit, not because of any great immigration into the SRE system, but because Solar Powerless made a good refueling stop between Irun and Sato Ard. Warned of the Reaper's battle plans but left with little other option, a select team of workers at Solar Powerless sent out phony communications suggesting that important military data was being handed off here. When the Reapers sent in a force of husks, they ran into Volus's trap, a chain reaction that annihilated the station. Orbital distance 6.6 astronomical units. Orbital period 17.2 Earth years. Radius 28,567 kilometers. Their length 14.7 Earth hours. Alright, let's go for the scanning frenzy. Nothing.
Signal confirmed.
Right. 2 signatures.
Reapers eluded. Signal confirmed.
Volus Dreadnought Kuunu, or asset acquired. An entire Dreadnought. Oh, fuck off. 300 units of fuel.
Reapers eluded.
Let's see it. Have we really found a Volus Dreadnought? That should be at least 30 points. Alien. Volus Dreadnought Kuunu. Yeah, 50 points, nice. The Volus have only produced one Dreadnought, the Kuunu, named after the diplomat who negotiated their client race status with the Turians. The Kuunu is the only Volus ship of its class, but is remarkably well armed. Its broadside cannons and main gun are all Phoenix magnetic hydrodynamic weapons. A Turian general, Turin the Kuunu, after its maiden system voyage, enthusiastically declared that the ship could char a planet 3 times over. While its construction was funded entirely by the Elkos Combine Corporation, the Dreadnought was jointly gifted to the Vol Protectorate and Turian hierarchy upon completion. Yeah, it has a Turian design. Crucible. Volus fabrication units, 45 points. Volus companies are skilled at mass producing whatever manufactured goods are currently in demand. Factories use modular equipment to switch their production lines from arms to housing to the next big galactic buy-in trend. Recovered from a manufacturing compound, these fabrication units can stamp out custom plastics for the Crucible on an industrial scale. Volus Engineering Team 50. Elkos Combine is a manufacturer known for producing reliable but less expensive versions of high-grade weapons and armor. Their scientists are adept at reverse engineering new technology. The Volus engineers rescued from the Sato Ard planet are applying these same methods to break down instructions on how to create several dozen new plastics that must be integrated into the Crucible superstructure. In a show of unprecedented generosity, Elkos Combine has waived all proprietary claims to any new compounds created by its systems. I'd give him hell if they didn't waive all these claims. Or just used them as bait for Reapers. Right. 95 points just for scanning. Nice. Nura. Lahu. Massive silicate-filled dust storms plague the surface of Lahu. In an odd partnership of commerce and science, high-rolling Volus casinos on Omar Kerr entered a partnership with the scientific research teams whose observation satellites watch over Lahu. The casinos took bets on how long Lahu storms would last and how higher their wind speed might climb. Payouts made the rare Volus rich, with jackpot winners forming a small fraternal order. The Reapers have destroyed the satellites. The Reapers have destroyed the casino. That's how it should be. That's how it should be considered. Orbital distance 1.1 astronomical unit, orbital period 1.2 Earth years, radius 8,616 kilometers, day length 53.6 Earth hours, atmospheric pressure 0.74 Earth atmospheres, surface temperature 0.85 Celsius, surface gravity 0.85 G. Does this make Reapers the communists? Omar Kerr is a temperate garden world currently in its megafauna stage. The planet's nitrogen, oxygen atmosphere and dextro amino acid based life wasn't particularly attractive to the Volus, so they sold the colonization rights to their Turian partners. Omar Kerr's spaceports and major roads were blasted into craters by the Reapers, largely immobilizing the population. Its Turian defenders are slowly being pushed back by ground forces. Colony founded 1153 CE, population 259,200,000. Population estimate is pre-invasion, capital Sarlacc. Orbital distance 2 astronomical units, orbital period 2.7 Earth years, radius 6,739 kilometers, day length 25.4 Earth hours, atmospheric pressure 1.29 Earth atmospheres, surface temperature 16 Celsius, surface gravity 1.03 G. So I believe the Reapers just destroyed the major gambling facility in the galaxy, probably. Whelm Urun is a hydrogen helium gas giant. The phrase Whelm Urun in the Volus native language translates to the Golden One, a reference to its deep yellow-orange rings. Much to prospectors' dismay, there was no gold to be found in its moons. Whelm Urun's economic contribution to the system was the ubiquitous Helium-3, but the collection materials have since been destroyed by the Reapers. Orbital distance 6.8 astronomical units, orbital period 17.77 Earth years, radius 62,522 kilometers, day length 16.4 Earth hours. Destroyed the casino and left, job's done, easy. What about the cash? Gorgon. Like Whelm Urun, Gorgon was a hydrogen helium gas giant whose Helium-3 infrastructure was destroyed by the Reapers. Orbital distance 13.4 astronomical units, orbital period 49.2 Earth years, radius 67,733 kilometers, day length 13 Earth hours. Right, scanning frenzy starting from the casino.
I found something.
I found something not in the casino world. Alright, Turian world would be more logical. Although casino... Volus Intelligence Archives. Right, now we refueled 250 units of fuel and we are at 100% assets recovered. 200 units of fuel. We're almost recharged now. That's good. Attican Beta. Hercules. Let's try our scanning frenzy. As far as I can recall, we've been through this system.
Signal confirmed.
Oh, we weren't. Alright.
Faster than light jump successful.
Let's see if we read that. See that. The proximity of the energetic star Hercules causes constant blue and violet auroras in seeded nitrogen-argon atmosphere. During periods of increased solar flares, the auroras are bright enough to read by on the surface and can be seen with off-the-shelf optics from a distance of several astronomical units. Seeded scorching hot surface is mainly composed of magnesium with deposits of iron. A surprising variety of simple carbon-based life flourishes in a complex network of cave systems that wind through the crust, protected from Hercules' heat and radiation. Orbital distance of 0.6 astronomical units, orbital period of 0.4 Earth years, radius 7,702 kilometers, day length 67 Earth hours, atmospheric pressure 1.18 Earth atmosphere, surface temperature 523 Celsius, surface gravity 1.3 G. Satharon is a small rock planet with a thin atmosphere of carbon dioxide and hydrogen sulfide. The surface is scorching hot and mainly composed of sulfur with deposits of boron. Orbital distance 5.35 astronomical units. Orbital period 9.5 Earth years. Radius 3,537 kilometers. Day length 64.9 Earth hours. Atmospheric pressure of 0.37 Earth atmospheres. Surface temperature 388 Celsius. Surface gravity 0.39 G. Eletania. Eletania appears to be a world eminently suited for colonization. It is covered by a verdant carpet of mosses, algae and lichen, and possesses a thick oxygenated atmosphere. However, its animal kingdom is a web of microscopic symbiotic creatures that are both impossible to filter from the air and necessary for the native life to thrive. Unfortunately, they cause anaphylactic shock if inhaled by non-native life forms. Settlement by non-native species would require either fully sealed environment suits or a replacement of the entire planet's ecosystem. Limited colonization has been proposed for altitudes above the organism's range or in areas where favorable winds keep the air clear. Orbital distance 12.6 astronomical units, orbital period 34.4 Earth years, radius 8,864 kilometers, day length 35.6 Earth hours, atmospheric pressure 2.1 Earth atmosphere, surface temperature 13 Celsius, surface gravity 1.2 G. Taurus is a hydrogen helium gas giant with high-level decks of sulfur clouds. A layer of hydrocarbons has formed deeper in the atmosphere. Vast electrical storm fronts can be seen flickering across the dark side. Orbital distance 27.85 astronomical units. Orbital period 113 Earth years. Radius 52,290 kilometers. Day length 17.2 Earth hours.
Signal confirmed.
let's go to the other side. Interferometric array. Interferometric array. Alright. War acid. 50% assets recovered. This says oh, it's a large star system. How about we read it next time? Huh, bro? Because right now it seems like for a long while. Right, let's go and raid out somebody. Right, who's out there to be raided out to? Hey, we're raiding out, but I have this disk connected to my PC, therefore let's see who's out there to be raided out to. Oh, Jack's box chick plays human fall flat. What's that?
Bum, 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 bum.
Hey Bogo Bogo, welcome to my stream. Glad to see you here. Barely managed to catch me. Yeah, we're about to raid out. Right, let's... Thanks bro for shout-outing Bogo Bogo, who's played Baldur's Gate Enhanced Edition. Nice. Oh, Link 11234. That's the guy we haven't seen in a while. You're welcome, mate. Right, we're raiding now to Link 11234, who's playing Judgment. And I thank you everyone for watching. I hope that you enjoyed as much as I did. Wish you all good night, sweet dreams. We're raiding to Link 11234, who's playing Judgment. Please give him some love. And until next time, everyone, bye!